Hello everybody, I'm Brooke. I'm going to do a little tutorial on how to help your clients relax a little easier in a massage chair. So the issue that we have, for lack of a better term, is when we, for instance, receive our client's arm, some of our clients hold their arms for us. So Stephanie, so we let go and they're still suspended in air. And the one thing that we do not want to tell our clients is, hey, relax, because that will make them nervous and think they're doing something wrong. We don't want to scold our clients. So there's a few different ways that we can help our clients relax a little easier without making them feel uncomfortable. So my technique that I use is if they are holding for instance, their arm up in the air, I will say a cue such as, let your arm be dead weight. So just kind of a specific call to the arm, and then a little jostling and stabilization of the shoulder at the scapula really helps that. Sometimes it doesn't. So another thing I might say, let's say if I'm holding the arm in a position such as this, I'll say, let your elbow be dead weight. Or let your elbow be really heavy. And again, that may or may not work. So another choice you might have is tapping the part of them that you want them to become more at ease. Like, let the top of your arm go closer to the floor, so they might be able to drop it. So those are just a few cues that you can give your client. That's something other than, hey, you gotta relax. Relax your arm, relax your arm. Okay, so then there's the other part. Another way you can do is repatterning or remapping of a joint. So if you have their arm, for instance, the jostling, the rolling, the confusing of what you're about to do, so they don't anticipate your next move. If you're doing hand stuff and you're rolling the fingers and the joints back and forth, you might start to feel your client doing it for you. So another way is like, oh, and then just do something completely different, do something that they don't expect. Don't go from finger to finger to finger. Skip fingers and go from that one to that one to this one to that one. So confusing them and making it so they can't anticipate your next move is another good way. So then, my favorite technique that I like is if you can't beat them, join them, right? So if there's somebody who just wants to hold their arms and hold their head and not relax, you can let them help you. So call for movement. So one way to do this is just to think, okay, I'm going to work on this muscle. So think about what that muscle does and what that muscle moves when it's in contraction, and then have them call for that movement, have them do that specific movement. So one of the most popular places we work is the tops of the shoulders and the traps in this supraspinatus. So let's say you're in the supraspinatus area, the upper traps, and you find that there are some tensions, some trigger points, what have you. You can find those little trigger points, then you can say, hey Stephanie, will you gently shrug your shoulders? And you can hold and say, and let that go. And then knead it a little bit. Supraspinatus is one of my other favorites. So you find that supraspinatus, and what does the supraspinatus do? It raises the arm, right? It initiates this movement. So you can take their arm, have your hands, elbow, whatever, in the supraspinatus and say, Stephanie, will you slowly and gently raise your arm to the side? And then you can facilitate the working of that muscle and down again. And then regroup, raise again, and down again. And then the client does all your work for you, and all you have to do is just sit on it. So it's really nice, makes your job easier, and lets them participate. So I think that's all the techniques I have. So with your partners, you can try the call to movement. I think that would be a fun one to practice.